Hello, class. Good morning. How are you? So, today, after talking about job description, after talking about the job specification, today we'll briefly talk about job grading. What's job grading and how is job grading done? As simple as that today. So, that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay. So, class, you can see from the word job grading, you can see it's a systematic way of determining the value or the worth of a job in relation to other jobs. Okay, it's just trying to compare jobs in an organization. For example, an organization has so many departments, has so many workers, so they all serve different purposes in the job. So this is all about determining the value or the worth of a job in relation to other jobs, or trying to compare jobs and see, maybe depending on the responsibility, how important they are in the business. So it's trying to compare different jobs within an organization, and we say this normally helps in determining the value. I mean, how much workers should be paid, depending on the value of the job, workers that should be hired, like all that. So it's all about comparing jobs, trying to find the value and the worth of a job in relation to another job. Okay, so that is job grading. So how do you determine jobs? How this job maybe is more important than the other one in organization? How do you grade them, like that, like that? So you can classify different jobs in organization, but what you should note here is that we don't grade people in the organization. What we grade is the job. We don't grade workers, we don't grade employees, we just grade the job here. Okay, in relation to another job. For example, you can say maybe from executives, the marketing department, and the other departments, security department, how are they compared in relation to their value, their worth, how important they are to the organization. Okay, yeah, so that's job grading. I hope you understand that. Yes. So here we're saying you can classify jobs, maybe different jobs in the organization can be assigned grades. Maybe you can say from here to here, maybe executive is grade A. When you go to maybe to cleaners or the other departments, grade B, something like that. So you're trying to, you can even say grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, depending on how you want to do it. So this, it takes into account, when you're grading them, we take into account maybe the skills, the competences of the employees, or the skills required to perform that job. So you have to consider that when you're grading the jobs in an organization. Okay, so class, we're going to see um, the brief description of such classification, how you classify jobs. So how you different classify different offices, different jobs in an organization. So you can say, maybe we said you can grade them, maybe saying grade A, B, C, D from that order, or you can grade them as grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. So we'll be looking at examples of some of the offices that would be in grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, like that, like that. So you can talk about executives. These people, like most of the officers, those that work in an office, those that are responsible for different departments, offices. Yeah, you can see executives talk about. For a good example, you can talk about maybe Nigashora, head of school, the DOS. These are executives. So you can go in normal businesses, talk about these ones. You can talk about chief executive officer. You can talk about an officer maybe responsible for procurement, marketing. All those belong to executives. So these people even tend to earn more money than the rest. I think you know that, and that's why most of you want to be okay. You want to be in those high offices, so they tend to earn more than they're in this category 1 or category A, depending on how you classify your job. Okay, so we're going to see the other category, which is category 2 or grade 2. Normally, this is comprised of skilled workers, different professionals. You can see, you have examples here. You can see these are doctors, right? These are doctors, teachers. Yes, even as teachers, we are in this category. Talk about cashiers and all that. So they normally belong um, to this category. can call them category B or grade 2. So it will depend on how you want to call them. But this category normally is comprised of these kind of professionals and such a kind of examples. Okay. So the other one would be in grade 3, we can have semi-skilled workers. So under this category, examples are drivers. You know drivers that drive different workers from company, from the offices, and the organization to their homes and back to the offices. Okay, so normally these belong to these ones, machine operators. These belong to, they are semi-skilled workers. They can do the job, but they are semi-skilled. They don't have advanced skills. Okay, so most of them you can see we're saying semi-skilled workers. They require minimal specialized skills. They don't have very much advanced skills. Okay, so those are some of the examples of them. You can also grade your workers depending on the work they do. So you can see these unskilled workers. Normally we have people maybe that clean. This maybe we won't talk about unskilled workers. These are people that are not trained to do such a kind of work. But I think in some, maybe in some companies or some businesses, some of the workers are trained. Some of the cleaners are trained and they're trained to do that. So, but most of them belong here, especially here in Rwanda, where I've gone. Most of them, they have no trainings at all, so they just clean from experience. Okay, so most of these are unskilled workers. Okay, so I hope you understand the job grading, what it means, and probably you can be able, if even you go to an organization in Kigali, you can be able to grade workers, know um, which one belongs to which category and that. Okay, so I hope even in the future when you have an organization, you'll be able to grade your workers and know how to pay them, how much they should be paid, like that. No, not grading your workers, grading the jobs in your organization and knowing the workers that should be doing those jobs and basically how much they should be paid. Okay, thank you so much. Have a fantastic day.